Workers' compensation for PTSD. When we think of work-related injuries, we often think of physical injuries like broken bones, cuts, or bruises. However, there's another type of work-related injury that's often overlooked: psychological trauma. PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder, can result from exposure to traumatic events or experiences on the job, and can have a significant impact on an individual's mental health and ability to work. Workers' compensation for PTSD is a crucial resource for those who have suffered traumatic events while on the job. It is important to work with a knowledgeable workers' compensation attorney who can navigate the complex workers' compensation system and help you get the support and benefits you need to manage your symptoms and recover. Understanding PTSD and its impact on work. PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder, is a mental health condition that can result from experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. Symptoms of PTSD can include flashbacks, nightmares, anxiety, depression, and difficulty concentrating. It is essential to work with a skilled workers' compensation attorney who can help you navigate the complex legal system and advocate for your rights. What causes PTSD in the workplace? Exposure to violence or threats of violence, such as in law enforcement, emergency medical services, or security roles. Experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event, such as a workplace accident or natural disaster. Being the victim of workplace bullying or harassment. Working in high-stress environments, such as healthcare or social work. Working in jobs that involve frequent exposure to death, injury, or trauma. Recognizing the symptoms of PTSD. PTSD can manifest in a variety of ways, and symptoms can vary from person to person. Flashbacks or nightmares related to the traumatic event. Avoidance of triggers related to the trauma. Hyperarousal, including difficulty sleeping, irritability, and hypervigilance. Negative changes in mood or cognition, such as feeling detached from others, experiencing feelings of guilt or shame, or having difficulty concentrating. Why you need a workers' compensation lawyer for PTSD. Navigating the workers' compensation system can be difficult, especially if you are dealing with the added stress and trauma of a mental health condition like PTSD. An experienced workers' compensation lawyer can help guide you through the process and ensure that your rights are protected. Proving your claim for workers' compensation for PTSD. You will need to provide evidence that your PTSD is a result of your work-related duties, which may involve testimony from medical professionals, coworkers, or other witnesses. Eligibility requirements for workers' compensation for PTSD. To be eligible for workers' compensation for PTSD, an individual must meet certain criteria. First, they must have been diagnosed with PTSD by a licensed mental health professional. Second, they must be able to demonstrate that their PTSD is a result of their work-related duties. Finally, they must meet the eligibility requirements set forth by their state's workers' compensation system. Report the incident to your employer. A necessary step to qualify for benefits is notifying your employer of your workplace injury or illness. To qualify for workers' compensation in Colorado, the incident causing mental impairment must have been an unusual event for the nature of your job. If another employee reasonably would suffer the same psychological trauma, you will likely qualify for benefits. Seek immediate medical treatment. PTSD is serious and you should seek medical care right away if you notice potential signs of post-traumatic stress disorder. This will be an important milestone to prove your workers' compensation claim. File the workers' compensation claim. Your employer should immediately notify the Colorado Division of Workers' Compensation, DWC, if the incident involved the death of a worker or 3 or more injured workers. Otherwise, your boss has 10 days to file a workers' compensation claim for you. If your employer fails to file your claim, you can file your own claim with a notice of injury form to the DWC within 2 years. Benefits of workers' compensation for PTSD. Medical treatment, including therapy and medication. Lost wages for time missed from work. Vocational rehabilitation to help you return to work. Disability benefits if you are unable to work due to your PTSD. The role of mental health professionals in workers' compensation for PTSD. These professionals can provide a diagnosis of PTSD, as well as ongoing treatment and support to help injured workers manage their symptoms and recover. A successful workers' comp claim requires you to present medial evidence through records or expert testimony of your injury and how your job resulted in PTSD. The insurance company may ask for additional evidence and often wants a psychiatrist's expert opinion relating your condition to a work incident. How to find the right workers' compensation lawyer. When looking for a workers' compensation lawyer for PTSD, it is essential to find someone with experience and expertise in this area of law. You should also choose an injury lawyer who is compassionate and understanding of your unique situation. Don't wait to get the help you need. Contact a workers' compensation lawyer for PTSD today to get started on your path to recovery.